Hi, I'm Daniel Sandoval. I'm the Director of Customized Training, Short-Term Credentials, and Apprenticeships at Pickens Technical College. Welcome to another episode of Pickens Live. I'm here with Alyssa Collado from STRIDE Community Health Centers, and we're going to talk about our apprenticeship program that we have partnered with STRIDE on. How are you, Alyssa?
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm great. Thankfully, I was able to make it. PTC shirt in hue.
So we were introduced to one another last spring, I think. Does that sound right?
Yeah, spring, summer, just a year ago.
Just about a year ago. Yeah. And I had reached out through we have one person in common that we met through Debbie Shackelford, yes, who works for the state of Colorado, developing apprenticeships. And she specifically tries to develop apprenticeships with health career pathways. Mm-hmm. And so she had contacted STRIDE and said, hey, we have some people who would be interested in partnering with an apprenticeship. And so we got in touch with one another and we started talking about the possibility of creating an apprenticeship program with Pickens students who could continue taking some of their coursework here at Pickens, mm-hmm, and then being hired on as an employee at STRIDE.
Yeah.
And so you are tell us what your job is at STRIDE.
Yeah, absolutely. I am the Director of Dental Operations at STRIDE. So I get to help pay the bills of our oral health program and work with our dental assistant staff and our front desk staff to offer the best service we can to our communities. STRIDE Community Health Center is a federally qualified health center that serves the neighboring areas of Denver. We proudly have served the communities of Aurora and Wheat Ridge, Inglewood, Parker for a number of years. We were founded in 1989. So wow. It's been a journey, and I'm super, super thankful to be here with you. And shout out to Debbie Shackelford for the introduction, so that we're able to continue to partner with our community and make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Absolutely. That's so cool. And so when we started talking about this opportunity, we were like, this would be great if we could get some Pickens students working at STRIDE before they finish their dental assisting program, yeah, right? And so that they could earn money while they're still in school, right?
That's
and
right.
So an apprenticeship model is like an earn and learn model. And mm-hmm, so they learn while they're here at Pickens, but I think when they're at STRIDE, they earn money and they're learning.
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
As well, right?
Practicing hands-on the skills that you're able to learn here with the amazing instructors at Pickens. Also, shout out to Chuck and Heidi.
And Dana.
And Dana.
Don't forget Dana.
Oh my goodness, how could I forget Dana? I'm so sorry, Dana. You're the best. Number one. Sorry, Chuck. Yeah, it's been such an incredible journey to get to invite our first round of students, mm-hmm, this January to really get hands-on skills at practice for what they're learning here.
Yeah. So through the process of developing the apprenticeship, some people might think, well, why did you decide to do an apprenticeship, right? At Pickens, we do a lot of internships and externships with our students. What are the benefits to you as an employer with an apprenticeship?
What I love about this opportunity that we've built is the ability to secure a job for some of our students within the community before they mm-hmm, receive their certification, which differs with an internship where you may or may not leave that job with permanent employment. So once you start on with us at STRIDE, you're able to continue to grow with us at STRIDE, hopefully until you retire, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I think what we really, really love about it is getting to start the journey with our dental assistant mm-hmm, students early on and really build an organizational foundation that we're proud of and get to grow into.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's so fun.
It's so cool. So when we started talking about this apprenticeship, we were like, all right, we can't just start it, right? We had to have a lot of other people involved. We mentioned Debbie, who helped with our introduction. But really the next step was introducing you to our instructors here at Pickens.
Yeah.
We have Chuck, we have Heidi, we have Dana, and tell us what that was like for you all at Stride to meet our instructors and to start talking about how this might look. What did that feel like for you as an employer when we introduced everybody together?
It was incredible. I think knowing that this is the second program like this in the nation to really approach a solution where students are able to secure employment prior to receiving their certifications was really exciting. We get to sort of build this program in a way that reflects both Pickens and Stride. I've absolutely loved having all of our Pickens staff and instructors over at Stride to a tour and sort of meet and greet with our teams and partner on curriculums and making sure that the things that our students are learning are what we practice at Stride. It felt very collaborative and honestly, like at home here at Pickens. I think you've known that. You've had to kick me out of this building a couple of times.
Once or twice.
Yeah,
once or twice. That was really fun when we got everybody together and our instructors went over to Stride, one of your clinics, and we got a tour of the clinic. We got to sit and talk with some of the dental assistants and some of the dentists, and we got to figure out how this program would look if we were going to bring students who still weren't quite all the way done, but who were going to start a job, right? Essentially. And so it took a good amount of planning, I think, and a lot of collaboration to really get it lifted off. And you mentioned something too, Alyssa, that I forget sometimes, and that's that that we're aware of. This is only the second dental assistant apprenticeship in the country. So we had talked to the first dental assisting apprenticeship model, which is out in California, and there's a technical college there that has an apprenticeship model. We talked to them, and they were only about a year into their model when we talked to them. So this model in oral health and in dental assisting is like just brand new across the country, and there's a lot of people out there that don't know that this could happen, that it's even a possibility. But what we did is we looked at our training requirements here at Pickens. We thought about how would that match up at a good point for our students to come over to Stride, to be on site and working and making some money and have a job already after they graduate. And we thought this is a great solution, not just for us at Pickens, but for your organization as well, because we know that we're in a labor shortage.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can start teaching our new employees our systems early. I know dental assisting may look similar across different offices. It may seem similar. However, using our computer systems, you get to kind of learn early. Getting to know our staff and really building a community early is something that's been fun to cultivate. Yeah. It's been really cool.
That's so neat. So once we got everything in place, we decided that Pickens was going to be the sponsor organization for the apprenticeships. And so we registered our apprenticeship with the U.S. Department of Labor. Some people think that if you're going to do an apprenticeship, well, you just do it, right? And you just go forward with it. But we found out that there was actually some paperwork that we had to figure out how to do, and adult stuff, right? And that's kind of behind the scenes stuff that you and I worked on. But we got that registered with the U.S. Department of Labor, and then once it was registered, we could hire students. And tell us what that process was like for you to for Stride to interview our students and go through the selection process of figuring out who were going to be your apprentices.
It was really tough, Daniel. We were able to interface with about 9 of your students, and I can tell you that competition was stiff. Every single student that we were able to interact with had such heart and such a passion for the dental field, which is important as a community health center, to have loving, passionate staff. So it was tough to whittle down our list to only 4 applicants, which we're excited to continue to expand that and hopefully be able to have all 9 of our apprentices in the offices in the future. What I also really loved about this experience was getting to see the opportunity that these students have to earn money while they're going to school, sort of pay back what they owe for school while they're still in it. If I were still in high school, I think that this would be a really incredible opportunity I would want to take advantage of myself.
Absolutely.
So cool.
Yeah. So now that we have students hired at Stride, tell us a little bit about how that looks. Like, who do the students check in with? Who's supervising them? What are they trying to learn? Do they show up just whenever they want? Like, give us some details about that.
Yeah, it's been a learning journey. I think as we embark on our first year, it's been really exciting to sort of see the opportunities that we have to better support our students in the future. One thing that we're really excited about as an organization is the establishment of a new department for professional development and training, where we're able to hire specific instructors that will support our dental apprentices within the next 3 months. What's happening currently, our dental assistant apprentices work directly with our clinical manager. Her name's Maria Martinez. She's incredible. I'm calling her out right now too. They work directly with her on her schedules, on what types of things they're going to be engaging in and learning that day, as we continue to build what that trainer position looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been the 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks that we've had our 4 apprentices sort of rotating in and out. So the first couple of months, our students are going to be splitting their time pretty evenly between school and Stride. And as they continue to learn more and more here, they'll be able to spend less time in school and more time earning and practicing and learning at Stride.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
so cool.
So come March, we'll be able to really spend a lot more time with our 4 apprentices.
Yeah, so neat.
Yeah.
So neat. And we obviously had there were some challenges to getting this apprenticeship lifted off the ground. I know one of them was just like figuring out the human resource process of getting them hired, right?
Yeah.
So I know that my students, some of them were like, hey, I got things going and I'm ready and good to go. And then I've had others who have it's taken them weeks and weeks and weeks to go through the HR process. So we're hoping to learn from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be able to streamline that better in the future. But does that happen normally with an employer? Like, are students out there that are interested in an apprenticeship, should they expect to maybe have some bumps in the road to getting hired if they want to do an apprenticeship? Is that normal with most organizations, do you feel?
I think that if it is a brand new system, it may be a little bit clunky.
Yeah.
If it's been established in the past and sort of have systems that are built really well to support that, it shouldn't take too long. So I'm really happy that we were able to learn from this experience and build out what that system should look like next year.
And we learned at Pickens too that if we didn't communicate what we needed to you all ahead of time, that you all were just ready to go and ready to rock. And so I know that we had to come back and we had to say, well, here's a schedule of when our students should be in class. And some of them were like, well, we just want to work. We're hired. We just want to learn at Stride. And so it's taken us some learning to figure out how to make that work as well. Yeah. But one of the great things about this is that we've actually had some other people reach out to us about this apprenticeship program and are like, hey, let us know how this goes, because we're interested in taking on an apprentice if this goes smoothly with your program. And I just want to thank Stride for being such a risk taker and a pioneer and being innovative to try this program out, when really initially we had some people who were a little bit interested, But you were the organization that jumped on board and said, no, we want to make this happen and we want to see this happen. And that took, that took some bravery and courage. And so I want to thank you and Stride for making that happen. Because honestly, I think without you, the partnership wouldn't have happened. We really got to the right person at Stride who was going to keep pushing and keep pounding the drum that this was something that needed to happen.
Likewise, Daniel, I'm really excited that we've had the opportunity to really partner together as foundational pillars in our community to build something special and something that allows for our community members to grow in the pathways that they see for themselves and their futures without barriers or limitations. It's felt really nice to be pioneers on this road together. High five.
High five.
It's been so great.
It's been great. Do you want to tell our viewers and community a little bit more about Stride and how they could get access services for just dental health, but also for like their physical well-being and maybe just share more about Stride because it's more than just this dental apprenticeship.
Absolutely.
It's a large organization, and I know you touched briefly on it, but why don't you tell our viewers just exactly what you guys do, and if they're interested in either working for Stride or getting services at Stride, how do they find you?
Absolutely. We are everywhere in the outer Denver area. So our community health center serves again the populations of Arvada, Wheat Ridge, Inglewood, Littleton, Lakewood, down to Parker and back up to Aurora. We call ourselves the horseshoe around city, the Denver city proper. We've got 4 dental practices in the area. But what's really cool about Stride is we offer services in one location for, like Daniel was saying, behavioral health services, physical health services, oral health services. We offer enrollment services and financial services. So if you're interested in seeing if you apply for or if you qualify for Medicaid or a specific grant to support any and all healthcare you may need, we're there for you. We also support our community services like food, transportation, housing. We do a lot of community outreach, so visiting homeless shelters and elementary schools and doing oral health screenings and sealant programs. We are a one-stop shop of healthcare that really, really caters to anybody in our community that needs a little bit of love and that wants to receive all of their healthcare in one spot. I've been at Stride for about 7 years, and it's been an honor to serve our community. If you are interested in employment, www.stridechc.org. Searching for careers, we have a number of different positions available for front desk, for medical assisting, care management, enrollment, providers, run the gamut. So if you're interested in providing love in a healthcare setting, we basically do it all. And to call or schedule an appointment, we have resources on our website that kind of show you what our clinics are, where we're located, what our hours are, and also just kind of walking into a clinic if you're nearby and want to stop in and say hello to one of our front desk staff and schedule an appointment. That's also welcome. It's almost like Chuck E. Cheese, similar to Pickens Technical College. It's one of the greatest places on earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's like the line to the circus, not Chuck E. Cheese, but it's wonderful.
It is wonderful. It is wonderful. Well, I just want to invite our viewers to contact Pickens if you're interested in an apprenticeship program. We have, that's specifically what I do. I help develop apprenticeships programs with Pickens. We've started our first one with Stride in dental assisting. We're also looking at partnering in other health career pathways. So we know we're trying to partner with Stride on pharmacy tech. And so we're going to move forward with that. But if your organization or or you know someone who's interested in an apprenticeship or wanting to develop apprenticeships, I'm the person to talk to at Pickens Tech, and I'm happy to field calls or emails. You can call our main number or direct message us on the web, on our social media channels or on the website, and we'll get back to you. And so I want to thank Alyssa for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And sharing a little bit more about the work we've done at Stride. It's been a journey.
Yes.
And it's been fun, and we still have a long way to go. And we hope this partnership just keeps growing and expanding and getting to a point where we have multiple students at Pickens employed at Stride and finishing up their certificates and credentials here at Pickens. It's so exciting.
I'm so excited. I'm so honored. I'm hoping we get to see some of our viewers soon in our clinics and future apprenticeship programs.
Very good. Very good. Awesome. To our viewers, if you're interested in signing up for an apprenticeship here at Pickens, specifically the dental assisting apprenticeship, please contact our registration desk and register for our dental assisting program at Pickens. Once you are enrolled in the dental assisting program, we will streamline you into an apprenticeship opportunity, and that might be with Stride or in the future other employers.
We hope to see you soon.